My IELTS speaking has always got some problems with respect to grammar. I'm eagerly looking forward to learning some grammar mistakes that I often end up making in any conversation with respect to IELTS speaking exam. Well, if you're wondering with all these questions in your mind, then trust me, today's video is the one which throws some light on the IELTS speaking grammatical errors and how to fix them. Want to make most out of this video? Make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome packed video on IELTS speaking grammar mistakes. Well, before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. You can check the information in the description of this video. We'll left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message. We will do the needful. Alright, without any further delay, let's straight away get right into the video. The mistake number one with respect to IELTS speaking grammatical errors is the incorrect tense usage. There are varied kind of tenses. You cannot simply opt for the tense that you like to use, isn't it? Let's see the very first mistake with a small example. I'm always waking up early on Sundays and go to market with my mom. If you're always waking up early on Sundays, it's a fact. If it's a fact, you got to represent a fact using present tense, not the continuous tense. I'm always waking up means right now. I'm always teaching. I'm always doing. ING means something that is happening right now. This happens every Sunday. This is a fact. So instead of saying I'm always waking up early, you're supposed to say I always wake up early and go to the market with my mom. Let's take up the second example. Last weekend, you start the sentence with the past tense. Last weekend, I'm going to the park with my friends and we are playing football. We have seen people using these kind of sentences because they're not aware of the right tenses that needs to be used. Last weekend is past tense, so you should say last weekend. I went to the park with my friends and we played football. The second mistake is with respect to subject-verb agreement. As the name says, subject means noun, verb means the action done by a noun. They both agree on a rule. The rule is subject-verb agreement. You may have noticed, if I ask you, how are you? Do I say, how is you? No, I say, how are you? And you'll say, I are fine. No, you say, I am fine. I was fine. Why is that so? Because subject, noun, I, is making an agreement with the verb. Am or is or are. That agreement is called subject-verb agreement. People tend to forget this and just go with their intuition when they speak, and because of which the grammar marks go down. As a result, IELTS speaking marks will be stuck in 5.5 or 6. Let's take up the example number one. My family usually spend their holidays in the countryside where we enjoy nature. My family is singular. Families, family. A singular noun, he, agrees with the verb eat, saying if you add s, I'll make friendship with you. It's like he eats, family spends. If you say they spend, families spend. So it's family. So it's my family usually spends their holidays in the countryside where we is first person plural. Only for third person singular you gotta add s to the verb. First person singular plural, second person singular plural, third person plural. You're not gonna add s to the verb. Only third person singular noun you're gonna add s to the verb. Here we is first person plural. We enjoy nature, not enjoys nature. Let's take up the example number two. The teacher and the student. Now teacher and the student is they. They agree, not agrees. If you say teacher and the student agrees that learning English is important, then that's going to be a wrong statement. The teacher and the student agree that learning English is important. Hope you are getting it. If you're making such mistakes, it's time you cut down the mistakes so that your marks go up. The third mistake is with respect to articles, misusing the articles. It's like there is library and hospital near my house, which is very helpful. There's a concept called countable noun and uncountable noun. You never say a coffee, a cup of coffee. Correct? A coffee you don't say because coffee is uncountable. But what about a countable noun? I want pen. That's wrong. I want a pen. I want to eat apple. I want to eat an apple. A or an will come for a countable noun. If it's plural, then no article a or an. So here there is library, libraries, it's a countable noun. Library is singular. You got to say there is a library. Or you can say there are libraries, but there is library and hospital. That's a wrong sentence. You got to say there is a library and a hospital near my house, which are helpful because the two things becomes are. One thing becomes is. Another example with respect to article misuse. I want to become an engineer. Not I want to become engineer because it is respected profession. I want to become an engineer because it is a profession. Hope you are getting it. If it's a countable noun and you're writing it in singular, make sure to add a or an according to the way it is pronounced. If a, e, I, o, u pronouncing sound comes to the beginning of the word, then an will come. If consonant sound comes for the beginning of the word, then a will come. Remember this. The next mistake is with respect to preposition. We call it as preposition errors. Example number 1, I'm interested about, I'm excited about, I'm curious about, not interested about. You're always interested at or interested in. I'm interested about learning new languages and visiting new places. It should be I'm interested in learning new languages and visiting new places. The next one is my friend insisted me to. Insisted always goes with the preposition on. My friend insisted me to join in at the party becomes my friend insisted on me joining the party. Hope you're getting it. Insist on, insist on, insist on. Me doing something, not insist me to do something. Remember this preposition rule. The mistake number 5 is incorrect use of comparatives. I've seen a lot of people, not just in IELTS exam, even outside the IELTS exam, resort to these kind of mistakes in comparatives just because they lack knowledge. For instance, the first example is winters in my country are more colder than summers. So you never say more colder. The word more comes only when the particular word do not have this comparative degree. Tall, taller, oh she is more taller than me. No. You cannot say more taller. You're gonna say she is taller than me or taller to me. So taller already represents this comparison with respect to more. So more colder, more taller, more shorter, they're all wrong. Okay, winters in my country are colder than summers. One more example, this problem is more easier. Easier is already a comparative degree. You cannot use more easier. This problem is easier. Easiest, it is easy. More easier is wrong. More easiest or most easiest is wrong. Only when a word do not have this comparative or superlative, then you tend to invoke this more and most. Remember this. The mistake number 6 is with respect to singular plural confusion. People often end up using plural where they should have used singular and vice versa. For instance, first example, I have read many, many always go with the word plural. Many people, many restaurants, many pens, many phones. But the person ends up speaking, I've read many books that talk about self-improvement and leadership. That's wrong. I've read many books that talk about self-improvement and leadership. Because the word many always goes with the word plural. Second mistake, my teacher gave me an advice to improve my grammar. My teacher gave me some advice or piece of advice to improve my grammar. Remember, advice is uncountable noun. There is no singular or plural concept for it because it cannot be counted. Correct? Give me one sugar, you never say. Give me a little sugar. Can you do one help? That's actually wrong. Can you help me? Can you do some help? A piece of advice or some advice. Not advisors or an advice. Remember this. The mistake number 7 is missing auxiliary verbs. We call it as schoolboy error or schoolgirl error. What is the schoolboy error? Auxiliary verbs are the helping verbs. I eating pizza, I am eating pizza. He running good, he is running good. Is, was, am, are. Small verbs, they're all helping verbs and you cannot skip them. For instance, the first sentence, I very like the movie. I very like the movie because the story was interesting. I really like the movie because the story was interesting. Or I am liking the movie because the story was interesting. That's also fine. But you're going to invoke some auxiliary verbs. The second example, she enjoying her time. She is enjoying or she was enjoying. I've seen a lot of people skipping the small words like is, was. As a result, 7 is not possible when you make such mistakes. As simple as this in your exam. The mistake number 8 is about double negatives. For instance, the sentence is, I don't have idea. No, people say, I don't have no idea what to say about the topic. Don't already represent no. One more no, it's double negatives. I don't have any idea what to say about this topic. That's the right way to speak for this particular sentence. Second example, he doesn't know nothing. He knows nothing or he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know nothing is a wrong sentence. Okay, the right way is he doesn't know anything or he knows nothing about the subject, but he tries to speak confidently. If you're making such mistakes, it's time you stop making them so that your marks go up. Mistake number 9 is wrong word order. I've seen many individuals doing this kind of mistakes. I mean, the order should have been kept in the end, but they bring it in the beginning. For instance, let's take up one example. Yesterday at the park, I saw a dog with brown fur playing. Yesterday at the park, I saw a dog with brown fur playing. Is there anything wrong in this? Not much, but at the park should come towards the end. Yesterday I saw a dog with brown fur playing at the park. Yesterday at the park I saw. It means something else. Here what you wanted to say, dog was playing at the park, not you were seeing at the park. Getting it? Yesterday I saw a dog with brown fur playing at the park. One more example. In the evening, my favorite activity is reading books with a cup of tea. It means something different than what it should be intended. My favorite activity in the evening is reading books with a cup of tea. In the evening, my favorite activity in the evening gives more clarity than in the evening, my favorite activity is. We are getting it? Pay more attention to this. Schoolboy, silly errors. Your marks will definitely go up with respect to grammar as far as your IELTS speaking is concerned. The last mistake number 2 is about overusing the word and. First mistake. I visited London and I saw the Buckingham Palace and I went shopping and I had dinner at a fancy restaurant. You gotta make some sentences without repeating the connectors multiple times. I visited London, saw the Buckingham Palace, went shopping and had dinner at a fancy restaurant. This would be the right way to do it. Or you can also say, I visited London, put a full stop. Then I saw the Buckingham Palace where I went shopping to some places. In the end, I had dinner at a fancy restaurant. I'm not saying don't use and, but minimize using and. Obviously, it will not add a good clarity to the sentences that you speak. Next sentence, my family and I went to the beach and we swam in the sea. And we played volleyball and we had a picnic. This can be corrected this way. My family and I went to the beach, swam in the sea, played some volleyball and had a picnic. Hope you are getting it. Simple mistakes, more number of simple mistakes, silly mistakes will definitely contribute to a lower score towards your IELTS. Speaking grammar, as a result, speaking will be stuck at 5.5 or 6. Remember this. Alright, I really hope this was an informative content. If you really like the content, like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. With this, I park the video here. This is Nakul, Nakul, Nakul signing off from Skills IELTS. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.